ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Vinland Saga. And honestly, this episode just blew me away. The beginning has been awesome. The way it started, the introduction of this new character, Einar, that we have here, the ending with Thorfinn. Seems like again the beginning of an epic saga, and even more now that Vinland is back. One of the best series and stories ever told. Season 1 is a work of art, as some of the most amazing character driven events and scenes, especially with the way season 1 ended Thorfinn's life. Ashelad, one of the best characters in anime, period. Now we have the return of the king, or the return of the Viking here, and I can't wait to talk about it. I wanted to have the video out yesterday, but these few days I'm gonna be super busy, but still wanted to have the video here and just talk about what it's looking like is gonna be the beginning of something beautiful and tragic at the same time. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now it felt like Elden Ring a bit, with the blacksmith there in the forge hammering away in the poem they had with Carvet onto me. And from what I've read, apparently they had an actual Icelandic or Nordic person. The accent was there, and it just immersed you even more into the feeling of Vinland Saga, Vikings, and historical feel that it has. Then slowly we see the life, the past, and everything that is about Einar, with him and his family chopping wood. He wanted to train for fighting, but he gets a bit teased and bullied by his sister and his mother. He wanted to train there, but his mother told him, hey, focus on your family and what you have right here in front of you. He just wanted to protect them all, and that was a bit of foreshadowing there. The mat, it felt so relaxing, so chilling there. The environment looked amazing in this episode we had here, spending time with his family, and the way his mother told him, you haven't lost it all. They were attacked in the past also. They lost their father. They are of warrior business. Focus on what you have in front of you, the farm life here. But typical Vinland Saga, starts out amazing, beautifully. It puts you into that mood, and then it hits you like a hammer in a forge, literally, with his entire life being completely destroyed. They get attacked, plundering. Again, they try to run, hiding. His sister was very scared, Lotta. His mother gets an arrow to the back. She tries her best to get them to run, to, hey, leave me behind, but things go from worse to worse, and more they get caught. They take Lotta away. Einar tried to fight back, but he couldn't do anything because out of shock also. And he's not a warrior. From what I've seen about him, he is not, or he's just a normal, regular, run-of-the-mill farmer here. And they got attacked. Lotta fought back a bit more. She actually stabs one of them, but that guy, in retaliation, kills her instantly. Now I don't think she's gonna be alive. It would be nice if she somehow survived that, but I don't see her surviving how she was cut there, so she's more than likely dead. She gets killed for that stab there. And you see, from how the episode started, how it got so dark, and even more after this point, where they're treating him, not even where they wanted to sell him, hey, let's sell him for beer money, to sell him as a slave, and he got more and more mad, fuming mad. The way they did that scene with the rage inside, the anger he had there, felt a bit of like the moment from Hunter x Hunter, that black and white transformation with Gon. Einar losing everything in that moment, and it got even worse there. So he lost his entire family again, and his life, his freedom. and his mother told him, hey, leave, you haven't lost yet, and she died also. But it cuts off for the next part after some time on a boat with the slavers. They even tossed a girl overboard while she was getting sick. He wanted to save her, but he couldn't do anything. And those slave traders are assholes, to say the least. And it was like the best medical insurance they had there, with telling the slaves, hey, stay healthy until we kill you, don't you dare get sick. Like, yeah, sure, there's a button I flip when I want to get sick, I just flip the button, I get sick. That felt, of course they would say something like that to their property. And also, this is slavery. Like, not a lot of anime series do slavery properly, but here we see actual slavery, not the one we have in random isekais and things like that. Here is slavery, and it more than sucks. It's actually beyond evil what they've done in the past in the history of humanity. Not, this is not fiction, this actually happened here. Humanity has gone through this, and in some parts of the world is still happening. Just shows how realistic this series and grim it can be. Einar looking at the scene, that moment felt so, I don't even know how to put it into words, real, having that, him looking at the sea and remembering the past and getting more and more mad. It has some similarities with Thorfinn's life, and we're gonna get to Thorfinn, how their entire life just from one moment to the next became totally different. Thorfinn's thirst for revenge, and now I'm really curious what's going to happen with Einar. Seems like he's gonna be a really important character in season 2. Now they finally reach land. They started cleaning the slaves to sell them. Einar actually tried to escape, runs away. He got hungry. He tried to steal some food, but gets caught very easily and gets beaten up, made into an example. They used him, hey, don't try to run, there's nothing you can do, you're either gonna become a beggar or you're gonna die. At least here you have a chance, find a good master and stay alive. So I don't know, I can't even imagine myself into that situation. Everything he's going through, everything that's happening, that has happened to him, everything that's happening still on onto him there. And they even flog him as they punish. And that guy, he was enjoying it way too much when they were punishing him with the whip, flogging him there. But he still clung to his mother's words, I have to live. And slowly he starts accepting his fate, his life, saying, I can't run anymore. But from here things get very interesting, because we have Leif showing up, doing the same thing he has done in season 1, still looking for Thorfinn. And the slavers just wanted to sell Einar. They kinda bamboozled a bit, Leif there. He wanted for a small blonde dude, but Einar was not that dude. This is how Einar hears the name Thorfinn, and thinks how lucky that person must be, that somebody is looking for him. Remember, he has nobody and nothing left in the world. And those slavers were salesmen, to say the least. The way they try to sweet talk Leif there and everybody else, and even Leif in that moment, I really liked that small gesture he did there, apologizing to Einar. Hey, I'm sorry, but you are not the one I'm looking for, and he still has to leave him there. But from here we have another character showing up, an old dude. He got interested into Einar, checks him out a bit, and he decides to buy him for a farm. He needed help on a farm, and this got Einar very interested in a bit of nostalgia when he heard about a farm, thinking back of the past there, and he accepts. Also, he goes with his new master. This guy seems like a nice person, at least for somebody that owns slave. I don't know if he's gonna treat them well and properly. We'll have to see, but my first impressions of him, he's gonna be at least a decent person, so we'll have to wait for more episodes to find out about him. And now just the backgrounds, the scenery looked so amazing. The grain, everything, that even got Einar again nostalgic, thinking of the past, his family and everything. But also the bitter reality with him, live or die, I'll never be free again, and asking in the ether, haven't I already lost? Thinking of the previous conversation at the beginning of the episode with his mother. And I don't know, like I said, just I try to put myself in Einar's shoes. I don't know what I would have done. I have no idea. Just imagining having that thing, everything happening to you like that, just gives you a lot of stuff to think about there. He lost everything, but this is where things got even more interesting, because we have that the owner calling for Thorfinn. Hey, Thorfinn, come here. And we have slowly, while Thorfinn was approaching, Einar making up his mind, deciding to be a good slave, accepting his fate again. And slowly, while Thorfinn showed up and he heard the name Thorfinn again, he thinks back on Leif's word, and he starts narrating a bit while we see Thorfinn again. A very different Thorfinn from the small brat that we had in season 1. It seems like some time has passed between the seasons. I don't know what the timeline actually is, how much time has passed of everything. But he's a grown adult now. We see fully grown Thorfinn. At least he looks like that, much taller. I'm really curious what happened with all of the other characters. Canute, we see Canute a bit in the opening at least. I'm curious about Thorkel, and also the opening was really good. And Einar, like I said, he hears the name Thorfinn and things starts narrating and says, this is how I met Thorfinn. So yeah, they're probably gonna be either enemies, friends, I don't know. We're gonna have to see what's going to happen between them, but at least we got to see Thorfinn for a small scene here. But I'm so glad this series is back. We have a very interesting character now. Einar seems like such an amazing new addition to the cast. And in one episode, we got his full life story and how he met Thorfinn, and I just can't wait for more Vinland. If it's gonna be anything close to season 1, we're in for something amazing. Only thing I know about it, this is gonna be very focused on the farm life, and it's gonna be a bit slower than season 1. I haven't read the manga, but I'm more than interested. It's one of my favorite series overall, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you guys check out Vinland Saga. And yes, the return of the Viking is here, and I can't wait for more. I'm really curious what you guys think about Vinland Saga in general. What do you think about the premiere, the first episode of season 2, and Einar as a character? And what do you think about Thorfinn so far? He seems to be a bit more calm compared to his self in season 1. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about the episode and the series overall. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. Also, make sure you check out my top 10 anime of 2022 video, and this week the podcast, because anime is also coming back after the holidays. So I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye.